Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live session. Today, we are going to talk to you all about during this pandemic when we are all sitting at home, that we can do to take care of our careers. Now, this pandemic has really rendered us quite helpless, and each one of us are probably thinking and wondering that what are some steps that we should take in order to boost our career or in order to make ourselves employable. My name is Pritha Dubey. I am a success coach and the creator of Success Vitamin. I work with professionals and people like you who are either already working right now or have currently taken a break and planning to get into job. Now, whatever our plans were prior to COVID-19 have kind of gotten a little stalled during this pandemic. And many of us are probably quite worried that what are certain things or some steps or some actions that we should do in order to streamline our career path. Now, first things first, we need to remember is that when the COVID-19 lockdown opens up, the new economy or the new normal, the new sectors that are going to survive or that are going to flourish will be those in the essential services. These sectors are healthcare, health tech, pharma, high tech, manufacturing, agri tech, neobanking, and fintech. With also with many companies embracing the work from home concepts, and in the new normal, many organizations may continue to encourage work from home. So in that case, a lot of these support services, companies into these support services like logistics, hospitality management, facility management, e-commerce, all these support companies may also flourish a lot. So the reason why I'm telling all of you this is people who are already in this sector, in these sectors, would probably find it very easy to find yourself a job or to grow your career. In other sectors, it could be a struggle. So it would be a good idea right now to be very aware of which sectors are working and which sectors will. It's not that the sectors are going to close down, but the sectors who are immediately going to flourish would be the ones that I said, and the few sectors would take its own time in again coming back to its own original place. So considering all these things, there are certain aspects that we can do, and what are some things that we could do when we are sitting at home. Now, first and foremost, in order to work towards our career, in order to build our career, what we need to, the most important thing, since we are sitting at home and we have some time, is update your LinkedIn. I would believe and I would presume that each one of us on this live event have a LinkedIn profile. If not, please get it done. It is very important when you are looking for a job. The first thing a job employer or recruiter looks for after your CV is your LinkedIn profile. It's nowadays it has become a must thing for everyone to have a LinkedIn profile, and it is not only a question of just having a LinkedIn profile as a tick mark activity. Your LinkedIn profile should carry all the credentials or all the credibility that expresses or that says that how good you are for that particular job. For example, your LinkedIn profile needs to have all the certifications. Your LinkedIn profile should also show all the achievements that you have had in your career so far. Those should be highlighted. There should be recommendations. The job hunters, the recruiters, the employers, they should see that you have been recommended by many influential people, or your peers and your previous employers have recommended you very highly. It takes your profile or your position a little higher. It should also talk about the projects done by you. If you have done projects, let it get highlighted. It also sees that if you are so serious about a career, then recruiters also try and look for if you are a member of a professional body. You say that you're passionate. Say during an interview, you would end up saying that I'm very passionate about this work and I really like doing this work. And the first thing they would want to see is that if you really like this job and you're so passionate about this job, then um, are you a member of a professional body? And this therefore becomes very, very important for all of us, that in the kind of work that we are doing, we should also be members of, we should find those professional bodies and be members of those professional bodies. Also, in order to show yourself employable, write a lot of blogs. People will see, the recruiters will see the kind of blog posts you are doing, the kind of resources you are sharing on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is your a lot of your time in your day's agenda, a good time you will have to focus on and put on LinkedIn. Second aspect, in order to work on your career, is be very constructive. If you are already working and currently in a work from home scenario, or you used to work and you know that the kind of sector or the industry or the organization you would like to enter, try to create new templates that helps in your work. Create presentation materials for your work. Even for the kind of work that you are doing at home, managing kids or cooking or any other work that you are doing, create a structure for all that work. Because if you create a structure like that, what will happen is it will keep you in that habit of planning your day's work. As much as possible, add or update new qualifications. This is a time we are sitting in isolation. We have the time. Please add or update new qualifications that would help in your career, or that will help build your credibility. Also, keep learning. This is a very good opportunity. As much as possible, keep learning. Join. There are so many webinars happening across. Find them out. Be a part of a lot of such training groups and coaching groups where trainers and coaches are announcing the kind of skill enhancement, attitude enhancement, and knowledge enhancement sessions that they are running, whether paid or free. As much as possible, keep learning, gain all that knowledge that you had some time back or earlier. Realize that probably this aspect is missing. This is the time. Gather all the knowledge, acquire all the skills that probably were a gap for you earlier. Also, this is a good time to work on the personal finances. So please understand how to do your personal finances, how much to save, how much to spend. And that way, you will also understand the entire aspect of profit and loss, and it will add a lot of value to the organization that you are targeting. And the last suggestion that I would like to give to all of you is, we have some time. We are in isolation right now. And apart from all the sickness that is kind of that has kind of confined us, if we try and look at a silver lining, it is also given us this an opportunity to network. something that we were probably not able to do earlier. This is a good time in isolation. As much as possible, reach out to people you knew, you want to know. So network a lot, and that will help you all in developing your career, or in working to a career. Now I'm going to take a few messages that has come up. So one of the questions that I have here is that is lockdown a way for the unemployed women to start business? Now, Astha, this is your question. You can say that if you wanted to start it, starting a business requires a desire. So if you have the desire, if you had the desire, you would start a business, lockdown or no lockdown. You may say that yes, lockdown probably was God's way of forcing you to finally start your business. At the same time, if you are looking at starting a business, it is not something that one fine day I just woke up and said, okay, today morning let me start my business. No, it doesn't work like that. It needs a lot of planning, it needs a lot of structures. You need to create a business plan, and if all those things are ready already, see that what are some things that you can acquire during this lockdown, what are some things. Look at your business model. Things have changed. The business idea that you had pre-lockdown or pre-COVID-19 was different, and it may mean very different now and in the new normal. So have a relook at your idea and see that how it is going to benefit post-COVID. Because most of the people right now, you understand that a lot of things, a lot of habits are going to change. So see to it that how your business idea is going to help in the new normal, and then accordingly jump into it. There is no right time or wrong time. As long as you believe in your idea, business could be started. The next question that I have is, it is very similar to Astha's question, Neeta. The question that you have asked, how can we convert our passion into a career while sitting at home? As I said, you were doing something which was your passion. That means, and that would mean that you're already very good at it, and you receive a lot of appreciation. Now you want to monetize it, so you can. All that you need in both the questions, both for you, Astha, and Neeta, the answer is that you require certain entrepreneurial skills. This is a good time. There are many avenues. Like I personally run a Women Entrepreneurs Academy, and there will be many such entrepreneurial lessons or webinars that are happening. Gather certain. You will require. See, again, jumping into a business in an ad hoc manner will only result in high cost or wastage of money and time and energy. So if you want to really make it into a successful venture, and you really want to monetize your passion, then it would be a good idea to understand how entrepreneurs run their businesses. So learn. Again, as I said, invest in learning. um, Ashwini asks here that according to you, how can I improve on efficiency while working from home? What is the meaning of efficiency? First, we need to understand that. Now, there are certain ways that we can, if you mean productivity, if you mean that I want to start on time and finish on time, then yes, there are certain tools that you can rely on. Tools, there are time tracker tools. Now, these time tracker tools, what it does is it allows you to put your that day's task in that tracker, and it gives you, so for example, if you wish to work for 8 hours, you can put it in the time tracker tool, and it will keep you on track on each and every work, and you will be able to finish your work within that. Apart from that, there are certain project management tools. Now, these project management tools, what it does is, when it helps you track your task like a project. How much have you worked? How much are you lagging behind? and that way it brings in you that urgency that, oh, I have to finish this task on time. So this is something that you can do if finishing on time was what you meant in your question. Otherwise, if you mean the quality of your work, then I would say that get into certain self assessments, understand that what are some things that you have, the strengths that you have, the areas of your improvement. And if there is a gap, this is again a good time that you can develop the skills missing or even acquire the knowledge that is missing. So that way, your efficiency and productivity will improve. Another question that from Rachana is, how can I get any suggestions regarding the course I should opt during this lockdown to enhance my technical skills? Now, I would need some more elaboration on this, because what technical skills, technology is vast, what kind of technical skills you want to elaborate, and what kind of job you are into. So, therefore, what technology? So, I believe that without a lot more detail, I may not be able to answer this question of yours. I'm very sorry for that. Um, okay, somebody who has applied for many work from home jobs but still not getting any response. How can I make my CV or resume better to get selected? This is, see, CV and resume, whether you're applying for a work from home or for any kind of job, your CV and resume is the first screening. So, what is it that any employer, if you were employing someone and if somebody came to you and said, you know, I can do a very good job, hire me, and here is my CV, what would you look for? Put yourself in the other person's shoe, that if you were hiring you, what are some things you would look for if you had to pay from your pocket to hire a person? What are something that the CV should say? Just think about it and then mention all those things that you would want to see in somebody else's CV. And so there is another question which says that previously I used to have me time as my kids have gone to school and now everybody is at home. How can I balance all these things and have some me time? I believe you just said, express the challenges of many at home at the time, for the time being. Um, Look at the blessings is something that I would say, rather than looking at it as I am missing on something. Look at it right now, look at it only as a blessing, because there are two things, the two ways we can approach any situation. We can either crib or look at that situation and feel sad or bad that why is it happening, or we may try to find a brighter side to it or find a blessing in that situation and see that, okay, now that I am in this situation, what best can I do? As the saying is, that if life gives you lemon, make lemonade. Now this is that opportunity. This is, what does that mean? That means that right now the situation is such that everybody has to be at home. Neither can you go out, nor can you throw your family out. Since everybody has to be inside the house, what are some things that you can do currently in order to enhance the family bonding? Where there are certain aspects that you wanted to teach your kid? Was there some things that you wanted to do with your family? Uh, could there be a family skill development? The entire family can get in together and work together right now. So look at other aspects here. Um, so again, if people who have been on a break because of pregnancy, marriage, or whatever reason, um, this lockdown can help anyone boost their career. As I said, I gave you a few things. Those are few things that you, those 6 things that I told you, please maintain those 6 things. Keep doing those on LinkedIn. Be very active on LinkedIn. Your recruiters, whenever you are going to look for a job, your recruiters, your employers will go on your LinkedIn and will look at your profile and would want to know how hungry are you for learning, how passionate are you for this career. So please show all these things on your LinkedIn account. and also do a lot of networking and use this time to learn certain skills and acquire some knowledge. Um, Amita asked me that, hi, I'm an influencer and have my YouTube channel, but I am unable to reach more audience. Can you suggest some tips to increase my reach? Okay, so this question is related more with our entrepreneurial growth accept. So, unfortunately, Amita, this requires a little more elaborate uh, suggestions and advices, and more work has to be given into it. But I will suggest, for the time being, this social media marketing. If you're doing it yourself, then you will need guidance on social media marketing from an expert, or you have to hire someone who is from the social media marketing, who can assist you in getting your reach, because there are many things as an influencer on YouTube also that we need to do to build our subscriber base. um, Not only, and it has to do a lot with the way you're marketing yourself. So your social media marketing person will want to get into the details and find out that what is missing. Individually, you may look into your analytics and try and see that what demography reaches you, the subscriber demography. Who are these people? And so there, then what will happen is you will be able to define yourself the target market, who are the maximum subscribers for your channel. So you will also realize then that your content is appreciated most by them. So then a very targeted ad campaign is something that will help you boost your reach. And another question is, I decided to switch my job profile. So I left my job, which was of a software engineer. But now, because of the lockdown, I am stuck in the middle of nowhere. How should I tackle this situation? Okay, so uh, Arunima, I really don't know which kind of job you had taken after software, after you left this job. Now, as I said, I mentioned there are few sectors which are really going to flourish and which are not going to get a lot affected even after the lockdown is over. If you are from any of those sectors, you don't have to worry anything. So the minute the lockdown is up, and if you already have a job, then uh, then you don't have to worry. If you don't even have a job, and if you belong to any of those sectors, develop the skill a little more on those particular things and start applying. As I said, these companies, fintech and all, is going to really be very, very flourishing right now. So I don't know which job you are in, but look at the sectors really closely. That there are certain sectors like travel, airlines. We all know that these sectors are not going to do, they're not going to open up so fast, and it will take them some time to start flourishing again. So look at those sectors now when you are applying for a job. And I believe this is the last question for us. What recommendations would you give to those who were at the peak of their career but got startled due to lockdown? I need to understand this question a little more in detail, because when you are at the peak of, if you were at the peak of your career, then this lockdown could not have affected you, for a simple reason is you are still in the job. um, but if you were at the peak of the career and then you left the job and then the lockdown happened, so I need to understand at either case, when you say that you were at the peak of the career, that means there were certain skills, the knowledge and competencies that were, so there were certain of those things that were so strong in you that enabled you to perform better and take you to the peak. Trust those skills, trust that those knowledge, and trust those competencies that you had. If you are in peak once, you would be in peak always. So, lockdown or no lockdown, a peak performer, a talented performer will always be a talented performer. Unless you are changing your job, your career, your specialization completely, then you'll have to develop your skills and knowledge from the scratch. But please understand, in order to peak in performance, apart, because the knowledge can be acquired, the skills can also be acquired, but something that takes a professional to the peak is the attitude. You were on peak because of your attitude. You will always be on peak because of your attitude. So these were a few questions that I had for all of you, from all of you, and I hope that I was able to answer your questions to your satisfaction. And if you wish to know more, you can connect me at Success Vitamin, the page on Facebook. I'm also available on LinkedIn. You may connect with me on LinkedIn, and I keep conducting a lot of webinars for women like you, for entrepreneurs. So maybe you may find a lot of value in those webinars also. Before we end this live session, I would like to tell you all that this lockdown has come for everyone. It has not come only for you or me or only few selected people. So all of us are in the same boat, and all of us are battling it, and all of us are struggling to fight this together. So when we come out of it, it is going to be an uncertain world for everybody, and everybody will try their level best to win that uncertain world. You have two choices. Choice number one is you be afraid, you get scared, and you keep wondering, oh my God, what am I going to do? Choice number two is know that there is going to be an uncertainty. And now that I know there's going to be an uncertainty, plan it. Success comes to those who plan their success. So in all this uncertainty also, there is one certainty, that there is an unknown for everyone. So please plan your career, be at home, be safe, but keep networking. Keep yourself active on social media. Make yourself visible and add all the credentials that are required to get you highlighted and to get you a job and for you to impress the recruiter. I'll see you again. Bye bye. Take care.